Leah with Enlightened Mystic Essentials, and today we are going to do your love reading. But your love reading is going to be a little different because we are going to get love messages and the spiritual connection of these love messages. Okay, we're going to the True Love Oracles deck. Yes, and you already received a message from this deck. All right, so you already have one love message. Then we're going to the Light Workers Oracle deck for your spiritual messages. We're looking at the energies. We have a couple cards here, okay? And then we're going to Doorway Gateway to Spirit. So this reading is probably going to be in depth because we are in a time where a lot of breakups are happening, but only for the makeups, whether it be the makeup of the old relationship being renewed, or you leaving out an old situation to get into a new. It's a lot going on. And we are going to see what is going to happen along your path, or what are you getting ready to experience as you journey. Anything that needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted, we will. Anything that needs to be broken down, we will, right? So your first message out is serendipity. Yeah. Right? That's your love message. And another love message for air signs of Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius spirit. In love. Inner peace is also here. Yes. And then we are getting ready to get your spiritual connection. Spirit for air signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What is the spiritual connection that they need to focus on? Woo! Your car flew all the way over here. What do you have? The fifth ray of intellectual knowledge. Woo! Flying. It's coming. The fifth ray. And I'm hot. Dang, I'm hot. Okay, so let's look at the energy. Spirit, what is the energy surrounding serendipity for air signs? All right, getting it in your seventh crown. In your mental, there's a change taking place, or a change that will take place. For the inner peace, spirit, for the inner peace. For air signs, you have two here. The garden and the gate. You either stand distracted or you coming out of distraction. And the storm warning is here. So get ready, air signs. Changes is coming. And for the fifth ray of intellectual knowledge, spirit, for air signs. New journey. New journey. The opportunity of a new journey is a storm warning, because the journey is literally facing the storm warning. Breaking news, breaking news. A new journey is at hand. Getting ready to switch pathways, or an obstacle could get ready to be removed off of a pathway so you can see a new light, right? So let's go. Spirit, what is the spiritual message that cannot be seen in the physical but is there in the spiritual for the serendipity of the air signs? Let's go. Thank you. Prison waif. Only you can keep you stuck in your mind. It talks about self-sabotage or a property of consciousness. Not knowing how to move, not knowing how to act, not knowing what to think can keep you stuck. And when you trying to obtain that love, you really don't want to experience any blocks, but there's a mental block there. And for the inner peace, spirit, what is the spiritual message for air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius? Thank you. Right on top of your storm warning, you have the Lady of Lightning. Surprises, sometimes shock, and a total pendulum what shift, swinging from one end into the other towards a new journey. Let's go, air signs. Beautiful. Let's go. And what is the spiritual message for the intellectual knowledge of the new journey here, spirit, for air signs? Air signs. Thank you. Transformations is here. Patience and intuition. The Swan Queen. Let's go, air signs. What I'm talking about. For serendipity, spirit, what will air signs experience as they journey towards serendipity? The crossing bridges. It is time for healing, Connecting, mending, and releasing. Getting it together within your mental, because the prison waif is here serving as that block, yeah, within your mind. Let's go. No go. Air signs. And for the inner peace spirit, what will air signs experience as they journey? Thank you. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. What? Who don't want none? I want all my passion and pleasure. I don't care what kind of form it come in. I want it all. Look at that fire. The moon is here. Look at the moon and the fire. Dancing around, the fire music's playing, a gathering of people. This could be talking about a celebration or a party. Let's go, air signs. And what will they experience in their journey of the fifth ray of intellectual knowledge along this new journey? Spirit, air signs, the wise leader towards inner peace. You are a beacon for others. And air signs is just that, because air signs is my what? Number one sign. Let's go, number one, day ones, as they call them, right? So let's close out and let's explain everything one at a time. So with your first message that Spirit has given you, serendipity. Serendipity talks about your spiritual path, or your love path, or your love life, or love entering into your life, unfolding naturally. Serendipity is a card of two. What are the twos? Pairs, doorway, gateway, opportunities, right? Missed opportunities, right? It also talks about the bonding factors to becoming one. Communication and debating. Communication, or the conversation of communication, is the talking and the compromising. The communication of debating is the yelling, the fighting, the arguing, the law enforcement being called out, someone being in trouble. And when I say I'm hot, soon as I got on this board, I went to burning up. Some people could be in a heated situation, or something is causing you to be just a little bother. We'll keep it like that, and I'm burning up. So what is serendipity? Here we have the star. What is the star? Wishes, hopes, and reflection, right? A new way, a new day, right? A new way, wishing for wishes to be fulfilled, right? Or a way out, or a way into serendipity. Here you have a person on a boat, and water is here heavily. When you talk about water, yeah, what is water factors? Water talks about something being cleansed and clear, right? It also talks about emotions. Yes, and it also talks about life, because you must have water to have life. Here is the sun. Yes, here is an angel. And then here is a little deer, right? It's there, comfortable. Serendipity, allowing the natural movement of serendipity towards what? Your mental. Do not cause yourself any mind blockage towards your serendipity of things happening naturally or going with heaven's flow. The universal flow is going to be okay, because when you get in your mind, they're telling you what needs to change towards serendipity. Air signs mind towards serendipity. Everything is going to be okay. This seventh crown, or your mental, is a card of 5. What is the 5? It represents change. What needs to change? Air signs mind. And then together, both of these cards make the 7. What is the 7? 7 is a number of self-reflection. So you must be careful how you think, because your mental thoughts control your actions, right? So if you want your love, whether it be a love of peace, a love of self, anything that is calling for, it has its own currents or its natural flow. Don't get up in here with your little head, air signs, because you know you be all up in your head and mess it up. Because it's a lot of things here. You have the angels here saying that angelic guidance, or the spiritual, or the heavens is here allowing that universal flow of heaven's flow, right? You have that star coming towards or coming within serendipity. So that is a wish coming in, a wish being fulfilled, some type of access granted. Being calm and relaxed, maybe as you face your emotions, right? Or as you just cruise with the waters of life, cruise with your emotions, right? Or just cruise to cleanse yourself. Calm, relax, vacation. It could be. If you do not change your mind frame towards serendipity, what are you going to experience? Spiritual message, self-sabotage, and poverty of consciousness. Now, let me tell you now, air signs, in case you don't know, because I'm going to tell you. The most damaging numbers or the most injuring numbers at this time that are on the boards for all signs are the 4s and the 2s. The 4s and the 2s are the numbers that toggle back and forth from positive to negativity, from light to the dark. And the most injuring color out there, because if you're new to my channel, I'm Lee, I read numbers, colors, talk to spirits, right? The most damaging color on the boards, along with those 4s and the 2s, are the browns. Because the brown is a toggle color, okay? So be careful. So here is a 4, the prison waif, representing self-sabotage and poverty of consciousness, lack of knowledge. If you do not get your mind together, you are going to sabotage serendipity coming towards you in love or the peace in life. So be careful. And then the 7th crown and the prison waif make 9. What is the 9? The divines, the heavens, the most high calling forth your attention to a situation. And isn't it quite funny how the prison waif head is going towards the 7th crown and the 7th crown is looking the same way? What are they looking at? What are they leaning towards? Serendipity, baby. Look, I want to have my peace. I want to go with heaven's flow. I want to go with the universal flow. Because you know why? Anytime you get in here and go against the grain, it causes you pain. It causes you restriction. So let me talk about the 4s. What are the 4s? 4s talks about what needs to be calmed down, brought down, settled down. What needs to be grounded, right? What is surrounding a situation? What is in the root of a situation? It talks about the structure and the foundation of a situation. If your structure that maybe your home, like your home or a building you work in, is not solid, it's going to fall. When you talk about the foundation, when you talk about like a foundation of a relationship or a connection ship between people, if your relationship or your situationship has cracks, holes in it, it's going to crumble, right? Yeah. But 4s also talks about what needs to end, what needs to be buried, what needs to be complete, what needs to be let go of. What must you let go of? What must you not do? What must you see? That's the 4s. So it's the toggle number. And then along with prison waif being a 4, it also is a card of brown. So understand that one thought can change your action and can take your situation from positive to negative just like that. You have to be careful. Even if you have your mind right, you can think a correct thought and turn around and act totally different, right? And still sabotage a situation. Get with it, air signs. So, what is the colors of this card? White, brown, and green. That's the main colors of this card. White is the purification of clarity of abundance, which is the green or the new growth or the success, the wealth, the green light to move forward. And the brown is the grounding or the stabilization of that abundance, right? But the flip side of the brown is the white is the purification of abundance or new growth or success or the go ahead, right? And the brown talks about the rejection of. You have to be very careful with this prison weight. So how are you sabotaging a situation, or how can you sabotage a situation? Sabotage of the mental within your mind towards serendipity, or poverty of consciousness, lack of knowledge. Not having enough knowledge within your mind can what? Sabotage serendipity. Do you see that? But everything is about mental and action. Mental and action. Where must you have serendipity? In your mental. Because don't forget, your thoughts control your actions. Mental. This is a card of mental. What needs to change? The 5. What needs to change, or what must you not do? You must not self-sabotage, or you must not have, you must not be in a state where you don't have enough knowledge. Poverty of consciousness, right? You must be up. You must be able to see. And what is the action? Crossing bridges. This is along your pathway. This is a journey that you are going to experience, or you need to experience. Prison wave, turning your back on your crossing bridges. Look, the prison wave has their back towards crossing bridges. What is crossing bridges? It is time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. You see that? All for serendipity. What must be healed? Does your mental need to be healed? Right? Or must you heal yourself? Or must healing take place on upon these bridges, crossing bridges? See that? You have 4 cards here that connect to different things. What connects to healing? What connects to connecting? What connects to mending? What connects to releasing? What must you release? I already know what you must release. You got to get out of this prison wave mode. I'm sorry. Goodbye. What needs to be healed, or what needs to be connected? That's this, your choice, your mind, right? And what needs to be mended? Serendipity. You must mend your mental, right? And your actions to obtain serendipity. Do you see? So, shall we look at, let's see what needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted for this prison wave before we break anything down, air signs. So, Spirit, for air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted for the prison wave? Self-sabotage or poverty of consciousness. What must they see, accept, or know? Let's go. Prison wave, air signs on my hand. It says, surrender to your soul's path. This is not a game, in case you thought it was. And if you know me, I'm going to tell you quickly, we don't have time to play, because every second, split second, half a second that's lost, we can't never get it back, baby. And we cannot live in the past nor the future. So we must address every moment in the what? Present. Let's go. It says your life journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Yeah. Embrace every lesson in every moment. A lesson taught should be a lesson learned, air signs. What is along your path? At this time, what lies along your pathway is crossing bridges. That's why they're asking you the question, or they're telling you. It is time for healing. That's 1. Connecting is 2. Mending is 3. And releasing is 4. You have 4 things to do. They're telling you what you need to do. Now they're asking you, where does it apply? Healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Now we've changed. What needs to be healed? You and it's self-sabotage, you see? What is the connecting factor? You must connect to your soul's path. What needs to be mended? how the mental and the action works towards your serendipity, right? And what needs to be released from your mental. That's why it's a card of 5. In order for you to see or receive serendipity, right? So let's go. Beautiful. I like that message. So let's look at what's going on within the mental. Because it's about mental and action. So let's break down this 7 crown, a card of change. What must you understand or see or accept towards serendipity? The heavens flow, just going with the flow of a life's purpose or your soul's path, air signs. So spirit for air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, clarify 7th chakra. You have 2. 3 of Cups, right? 3 of Cups. Ace of Staff, baby. So it could be talking about what brings you serendipity. Is it the reuniting of your journey, or the celebration of a new journey, or the reconciliation of a journey? You see that? Yes. And because we're talking about serendipity, there are no third parties here, because we are talking about your love, right? It could be love of self, or love around you. This not a third party. And I do you one even better. Let's get the energy. Spirit, what is the energy surrounding the 3 of Cups? Daughter spirit, who do you go to the spiritual realm about? Whoever you go to the spiritual realm about, that is your 3 of Cups. And doorway to spirit is also a card of 5, changing. Whether you change a third party into a connecting factor, it don't matter. Everything here is positive. Daughter spirit, right? So let's clarify the 3 of Cups and the Ace of Staff. Spirit, clarify the 3 of Cups and the Ace of Staff. Bringing that balance, baby. Reconciliation of a new pathway or a new journey to bring what? That 6 of coin, that balance. We still talking about third parties? No. What's under the bottom of the deck? The Page of Coin. Towards the 10 of Swords. Yes. Juggling is here. Struggling, juggling to a coin. And who else showed up to the party? Is the Devil. Towards who? That offer, baby. That offer. Who coming in here to bring that offer? Let's keep reading. Okay. The 7 of Staff. The Queen of Swords. And I'm finna break all this down. And the victory is here. Y'all better get with it, because we talking about that balance. So it says, making a solid offer to end a cycle. End a cycle. Now understand that this 10 of Swords, this person may be laying in the water all stabbed up and everything. But the thing about this person in the 10 of Swords, they wear white and orange. Orange upon their head and white and orange upon their bottom. Orange talks about obstacles being removed and the way being clear, because the way has been purified by the white and by the water in which they lay in. What is water? Water does not only talk about emotions, it talks about the cleansing factor, and it also talks about life. You must have water in order to have life, right? So it's a solid offer. Someone is coming in here and they're offering the end. Yeah, because guess what? It's a new beginning here. Yeah, I would too. Because don't forget, we're talking about the reconciliation of a pathway. And what is along this pathway? Balance, honey. So in order to bring forth balance, something major had to end. And there's water and there's water. And the thing about this page, a coin, they have already crossed over the water. So the offering which they carry, or their offering, has already been purified. So therefore it is what? Solid. Guaranteed. So someone is coming in here to make a solid offer towards the end. You know what? This is not going to work. I'm ready to lay it down. Is that the prison waif that someone is getting out of? Or is that their mental clarity towards their serendipity? You see how that go back? Yeah. Right? So, what happened in the ending of a cycle? What happened in the Ten of Swords? What was decided upon? Someone was juggling. I don't know if I should or if I shouldn't. I don't know if I should, if I shouldn't. What they don't know. See? I don't know if I should, if I shouldn't. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Struggling to make a decision. Everything that they hold or held up in the air or in their mind is solid, because it was two. They wasn't sure, and they kneel on the gray ground. What is the gray ground? Confusion. But once again, they tell us that doorway, gateway to spirit, door to spirit was all up in this thing, because look, infinity. 8 also represents spirit. Yeah, see that? Spirit. They was kneeling on grounds of confusion. One foot or one knee in the spiritual realm, one foot out into the physical realm. That also caused what? Confusion. So that's why the ground was gray. So they tell us also that the devil was in here towards this Knight of Coins, coming in here to make the offer. But it don't matter if the devil was showing up to the party, because the knight gonna do what the knight do. And see this Knight of Coin? Let me tell you why the devil doesn't matter. Because that's part of that juggling, struggling of the Two of Coins. Why does not the devil matter? For one, that Knight of Coin has already stepped over the stream of water. Anytime you step over the stream of water, I told you it was guaranteed, certified, signed, sealed, and delivered. Because once you step over that stream of water, or that person stepped over that stream of water, they had been cleansed. All defeat or all negativity of thought, got washed away. Purified, cleansed. Water, right? Once they stepped over the stream, they step upon the snake. Who is the snake? The devil, right? Low energy. They came up in here with purity of thought on their mind. That is the white, and covered in red. Because they stepped over the stream of water, they cannot be covered in defeat. They only can be covered in love. So the mental clarity of love. You see that? In the mental. And the journey has been illuminated by the coin, by the breastplate and the shield. And the beetle there talks about divine guidance from the heavens, being protected, divinely protected and divinely guided upon the heavens as they journey. That's the clarification of the purification. That's the white of the red in love. You see that? So it don't matter, or it does not matter, if the devil was in here. The devil served as a block. That's why they was juggling. I'm finna show you how it happened. That they was telling us they was juggling, they was confused, they ain't know what to do. Oh, whoever it was, they figured it out, because it was all about their serendipity or their balance. They figured it out. So it's time to end this. So what did they do? After they ended the cycle, knowing they wanted to end the cycle, because they're swords, and they was juggling, trying to figure it out, and it just kept leading them down a dead end, right? Because that's the devil. Somebody came up in here, the knight came up here and said, you know what? I ain't got time for this. Let me go on over here and give my offer. So they passed by the blocks. Maybe at one point in time, that block was there and it was stopping them. They made up in their mind, I ain't got time for this. I got to end this. You see that? I got to end this. And why must you end it? Because I got to I got to bring balance. Whether it was balance to themselves or balance to the situation, they made up in their mind, I can't do that, right? So someone stood their ground. Who stood their ground? The Knight of Coins. The person who came up in here with this solid offer. Now let me tell you something about this Knight of Coins, that you must give them their props, because they struggled in their mental and they finally laid their mental down. And they finally took action, because the knights are the movers and the shakers Then the goers of the comings of the deck, they surpassed their block. I don't have time. It could have been a point in time where they was always just stuck there, juggling. But once they made up in their mind they wanted to end it, they said, man, forget this. And passed right on by. Yeah. They stood their ground. Yeah. So when you talk about the 7 of staff, this is the ace of staff. That's the new journey in someone's hand upon them being victorious, because this is the 6 of staff. Only thing I need this person right here to do, step across that water. But they already did, right? Because they transform into the night, right? So what was being resisted in that night mode was the juggling and the devil. See? Get away, evil. Get away blocks. They moved their stuff out the way so they could come on up in here and do what they wanted to do. So now they're telling us they stood their ground. And then as they stood their ground, they're telling us they had someone behind them, pushing them forward. Look, who is the Queen of Swords? First of all, let me get with you real quick. It could be an air sign. It could be. But this is not, no, we're not talking about the signs. We're talking about energies. When you talk about the queen, any queen, we talk about a negative holder of energy because it's a feminine energy, right? Feminine energies are the negative holders of energies. Just like the kings are the masculine holders of positive energy, you see? So this person has been injured. Now, what they're saying here is an injury of the mind had pushed them forward. An injury of the mind had pushed them forward. That's what it says. And don't look at the water. And see, they received a message because the Queen of Swords, or the feminine energy of swords, has their sword down so they can receive the message. Because if you have your sword up, you're not just defending yourself, but you're blocking yourself. And they're telling us that they received a message within their mental. Yes, that's what you want. And when that mental thought, it could have been about an air sign in their mental. It could be. That makes them stand up towards the juggling of the devil. Now let me show you. The juggling, struggling of the devil, right? Someone was pushing the Knight of Coins forward to resist that. You see? Right? Move it out the way. Whether it was pertaining to an air sign or not, it doesn't matter. They push that stuff out the way. So when they push all those blocks out the way, what happens? They can face victory. That 6 of staff. What is this victory? A new journey. That's the ace of staff, right? Over the 5 of staff, which is the conflict of action. What is the conflict of action? This could be the conflict of action. You see? That juggling, struggling. This could be the conflict of action in their mental, or their thoughts and ways in which they operate toward serendipity. Do you see now? You see? And don't forget, spiritual. Doorway to spirit, and what? Surrender to your soul's path is the spiritual journey. Someone is celebrating a new journey. See? Someone is happy that a new journey has been presented. Someone is on the way to reconciliation of the journey. What is within the journey? Victory is here. And in your pathways of traveling, you are going to learn, because this is a part of your journey, what is going to be healed, what is going to be release, what will be mended, and what are the connecting factors. Someone has to get it in their mental about how they are going to take action upon serendipity. Do you see? Can you hear me now? Yeah, that's how that goes. That's why I said it's going to be real deep over here today, because it's all about love and peace, whether it's the love of self or the love of someone else. And there is no room for third parties when you speak of true love. Because if it was room, or those third parties was a factor, that person would still be what? Blocked. Someone tonight has made the decision, or they must they have offer their mind, cleared their mind in the pathway to what? Make a solid offer of balance. And in order for them to make a solid offer of balance, they must end the situation, correct? Let's get with it, air signs. Y'all do y'all thing up in here, because in that way, they tell us you are going to what? Earn your serendipity. You will gain your serendipity, whether it is love of you or love of someone else. Going with heaven's flow. You never go against the grain of the divines. Who are you to the divines? Y'all know I ask y'all that all the time. You just like a little what is it? Almost what is it? You like a little flea on a dog or a cat, or the deer, whatever. You are never bigger than the divines. You are never bigger than the universe. So why go against the grain? Why? Do it make sense? But some people do it. I'm just glad you see it. Right? A lesson learned is a lesson taught. Or a lesson taught is a lesson learned. Correct? And we may bump our heads, or we may stumble and fall, but it doesn't matter how many times you fall. Because in order for you to fall down, don't you have to get up? So you get up and you keep moving forward, right? So let's move over here to your next one. Your next true love, or love of self. What is going on within a situation? Air signs, inner peace is here. Enter your inner peace. What are you reflecting from the inside out? What is people seeing? Or what are you learning and feeling in your mind that settles you down? This is the card of 8. What is 8? Calling for a spirit in a situation. Spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, also known as transformations. Let's go, air signs. Getting that inner peace. And at the top it says you are enough. You are enough, right? Because you can only attract or be with someone who is on the same frequency or vibration scale as yourself, correct? So when you attract that person in, they'll never be in a situation to look down upon you, or you will never be in a position to look down upon them, because you have created your equal. And this is what settles you within, right? There is a pull towards your planets. There is a pull towards direction. There is a pull towards new growth. There is a pull towards wisdom. And there's a pull towards movement. So, pull towards your planets. You see all those planets? This is what's in the mind, the inner peace. A pull towards wisdom. A pull towards that's the pyramid. A pull towards movement is the shell of the snail. A pull towards direction, right? Purity or clarity of love. What is love? Beauty in love is the rose. It's a white rose. Growth is these green leaves here. You see? What are you learning, or what are you going to learn within yourself or about yourself that is going to calm you down, baby? Yes. You are enough. And air signs, you are enough. It's okay. Never mind what everybody else thinks. And let me tell you something. The one thing I learned in this lifetime, when you are in pursuit of someone, or you are even in pursuit of anything you want to obtain, anybody or anything you want to obtain, never go to your friends and ask them about a person that they don't know about, right? Never go to your family and ask them about a person they don't know about. It only causes confusion. That interrupts your inner peace. If you know that person's sign, if you want to do like research on your own, and you know that person, say you are Libra and the person is a Scorpio, Start looking up those planets and those signs of Libra and Scorpio and see where they fit. Because this person is a feminine energy. What is the feminine energies? The weaker hold of negative energies. But this person is in a book. So this weakness or this injury of the feminine could be lack of knowledge. I don't know some things. That would make you a weak energy. But this person is what? Filling their head up with knowledge. And they are comfortable and refueling and energizing themselves as they do it. Oh, it makes a big difference. So, this inner peace has caused the creation of the garden and the gate. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay stuck? Should I go outside the gate and be free? See what I'm saying? Looking and searching for change because this feminine energy that is in this gate is looking at that butterfly. What is butterflies? Butterflies talks about the change or the transformation or the metamorphosis of you getting out of that stuck position that you're in, right? Yes. And when you talk about inner peace towards the garden and the gate, they are a card of two. They make the two. What is the two? Doorway, gateway, opportunities, choices, decision, pairs. Communication of conversating and debating, right? The conversating is the talking and the compromising. The debating is the fighting, the yelling, the arguing. The law enforcement being called out. The bonding factors or the connecting factors to becoming one. See? So what is this inner peace towards this garden and the gate? You need to learn how to get out of this stuck position that you're in. And you are going to learn because a storm is coming. What is this storm? The one, the card of one you, one thought, one journey, right? Where it's getting ready to, something is getting ready to take place, a hit towards you within your journey or within your thoughts. That is going to what? Create you to either shake up out of a stuck state or it's going to drive you towards your mental. And these three cards together make the creation of the Lady of Lightning. Surprise is sometimes total shock, total pendulum shift where you switch from one end to the other. Where some of you may have not been talking to others or you're talking to your higher selves or it don't matter. Shift, switch. And then it screams heavens and divines and spirit all day because this is a card of 8. You have 2 8s back to back. Inner peace and the Lady of Lightning are both cards of 8. Where is inner peace found within yourself? That's why it's called inner peace. And then the Lady of Lightning. What is the Lady of Lightning? What is the lightning? Who can create lightning? Nobody. Nothing but the heavens, right? Nobody but the heavens, right? 8 talks about calling for a spirit in the situation, spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, also known as transformations. Isn't that the pendulum shift? A transformation from one end to the other. Where you may have fell out of love, you will be in love. Where a relationship was not working, it is going to work. I'm telling you. Spiritual rebirths and rejuvenation. Shock. Something is going to shock you, whether it is you taking action and you say, oh my God, I'm going to approach this person and I'm going to ask them this question and they're going to tell me no. And they shock you. Boom. And it's not the answer that you was expecting. But don't forget, your mental controls your actions. So if you are going towards a person and you have like, I'm going to go ask somebody, would they be my boyfriend, girlfriend? You know how you was going back, growing up in school and used to write the little love letters when you was in first grade and kindergarten. Would you be my boyfriend, girlfriend? Yes, no, or maybe. And you have to circle and it say circle or put it in a square or something. Same thing. Bringing you back, baby, to reality. And see, the thing is, anytime you approach somebody and you say, well, if I go and ask this person this, they're already going to tell me no. Aren't you journeying in defeat? Aren't you going towards that person in defeat? You supposed to get in your mental, okay, I really want to be with this person. Let me go ahead and move towards this person and ask them, can we be a couple or can we go out on a date? And they're going to tell me yes. Because see, they telling us you're going to be shocked and change is getting ready to be created. You see? And then these two make the 9. What is the 9? 9 talks about the heavens, the divines, the most high, calling forth your attention. They're telling you something is brewing, something is getting ready to change. A major shift is coming into your life or towards you. That is going to what? Wake you up, shake you up. What you expected is not going to be the outcome. So get it in your mental and calm your nerves. And go ahead and make that movement. Stop sitting here thinking about it. Because this is exactly what it looks like. It's like air signs are sitting here. Oh my God, I don't know what they're going to say. I don't know what they're going to say. This is you towards the storm. And boom, you ask them in. Yes, I'll go out with you. Yes, I'll be with you. Yes, I'll marry you. Yeah, we can work it out. Yeah, we can talk about it. And then you're going to be saying, oh my God. I took all that long time to ask them that, only for them to tell me, yeah, let me calm down. You see? And I'm still hot over here. So, in you getting your yes answer, or maybe, because maybe it's like that 50-50. A little light, a little dark, you don't know. But even if they tell you maybe, you still got hopes of, right? Maybe you just need to pray a little harder. Anyway, what are you going to experience? Passion and pleasure. Who don't want it? I want all mine. And this ain't even my reading. I think I'm Libra and like Pluto, which is good for me because that's the balancing of transformations, right? No problem to me, babe. Come on, all day I welcome change. So it says savor your life. What is going to make you so happy within your life, in your lifetime, Spirit says, that you say, dang, I should have went towards the fire a little quicker so I can experience total bliss and passion and pleasure in my life. Y'all better get with it. Over here nervous. But let me tell you something. You ain't got to listen to me and go on and ask them people. Hold on. Let me slow down. Let me tell you like this. Not until you are completely healed. When I talk about healing, healing in your mental, healing in your emotions, so that your emotions and your mental can settle you down, right? Before you take action against what was making you nervous or what was putting that mental block within your mind. Even though you may have found out your answer, because you already know I'm going to give it to you. It's going to be yes. Do not travel towards anyone or pursue anything with defeat on your mind, because you know what's going to happen? All of this, that shock and that pleasure and that passion, is going to end up just like this. So pay attention. You must know within yourself, when you have obtained or secured that what? Inner peace, an inner knowledge of self, then you move forward. That's how you gain access. No need to be nervous. Because see, if you're nervous and you're struggling or juggling within your mental, what is it that you are wrestling with within yourself before you can go to those people? You see that? It's an injury within self. So you calm down, settle down, and you travel in light, in love, in peace, so you can prosper when you go and ask the question. So, what do we want to break down? Do we want to break down the storm or the Lady of Lightning? Curious. Let's break down the spiritual message. The Lady of Lightning. Let's see what your spiritual message is. So, Spirit 4, air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, calming themselves so they won't be blown out their socks. Let me stop. Spirit, clarify the Lady of Lightning for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius at this time. What is the Lady of Lightning for them? That came out so fast. Look, the moon, the unseen, the unknown, reflection, deception, spiritual working, right? behind the scenes, right? Spirit clarify the moon. The Queen of Swords is back up in this thing again. Getting it in your mental, the negative holder of a mental injury. The moon towards the negative injury of the mind. Air sign. You see that? What's under the bottom of the deck? Communication. Eight of staff. Towards what? The six of staff. Victory. Yes. Towards what? The eight of coin, baby. Let's go in here and show our air signs towards what? The lovers. But let me tell you something. Just like the lovers up in here, the devil is too. Here we go again. Towards what? The five of coin. Towards the who? The emperor. And the walking away from the sneaky actions of what? Mental worry. And it's all about worry, baby, because your last three cards is swords, swords, swords. Get out of your head and calm down, because everything is all right. So let's go back. So the shocking, what's shocking? The unseen, the unknown towards that air sign. You see that? Mental injury of the air sign. You see? I'm calling out air sign now because Spirit keeps saying air sign every time I touch the cards. Air sign. So the unseen, the unknown. What are you not seeing? What? I don't know what I see. I don't know. Get it in your mental. Settle down, baby. Settle down. Okay? So communication is coming towards victory. Let's go. That communication is going to be received victoriously. Yes, air signs. So communication towards a new journey over conflict of action, right? That's the five. That's the six of staff, right? Five of staff, one, the ace of staff over the five of staff, right? And the victory is coming in to do what? Bring forth that balance, right? Towards the lovers, or a connecting factor of balance, because the lovers is the six, right? So let me explain the eight of coin. Eight of coin. What is the eight of coin? Valuable pathway, value in your hand, and the tool you need to build up that balance. That's the six of coin. Towards what, or towards who? A connecting factor, or the lovers. You see? But here comes the devil coming in here with that block, or trying to stop you from your greatness. Y'all already know I'm going to give it to you. Towards a loss. Now, when you talk about this five of coin, what is the five of coin? Being focused on the four of coin, or the holding back. You see that? Boom. This is the same thing, baby. This is the same thing. Devil towards the garden and the gate, right? And you leaving value in the background, or in the back of your mental, and confusion is surrounding it, right? So what are the two devil moves? What are the two blocks, or what could be the two blocks? You being focused on being held back. But let me tell you something. While you looking at them four coins, please notice that they in the water. Yes. What is the water? Water represents life. That's that bounce back. Water also talks about what is being cleansed and new, right? Or the emotions that are holding you back, while confusion is surrounding your ace of coin, your divine worth, your divine value. We ain't on that, right? The devil is in here trying to stop you, block you, trying to confuse you. Now look, I'm finna show you how this works with these two. You see these? Devil towards the five of coin, because you stuck. That's the four of coin down there at the bottom, right? And devil towards the surrounding of confusion of your value. Isn't that the storm in the sky? Same thing. You see that? They're telling us that these two things are your block. Same thing, right? But we ain't worried. And who is the block towards? The emperor. Who is the emperor? The emperor is the positive holder of all energies of all the kings. The king of coin, the king of staff, the king of wands. What is the king of coins, the king of cups, the king of wands, and who? The king of swords. all kings into one, but because they are emperor, they are the positive holder of all the kings. But watch though, because the emperor is a 4. What are the most damaging and injuring numbers on the board? The 2s and the 4s. So who has the power to overcome the mental blocks? The positive hold of all energies of kings. Do you see me? Do you see it? Okay, that's what they're telling us. That's who they trying to stop. This is the person who is that really needs to embody this inner peace. Get it in your mental, right? So what is going to happen? Someone is going, well, the emperor, ain't no someone. The emperor is going to decide to walk away from sneaky actions. So let me explain the 5 of swords and the 7 of swords. When you talk about the 5 of swords, what is the 5 of swords? Someone walked away heartbroken, right? Because that's the 3 of swords. But they left the indecision behind. You see? That's the 2 of swords. And this person set out on a journey and they did not see that their journey was open and obstacles was being removed. You may have had to go through some things. You may have had to go through legal battles, legal issues, sorting out conflicts, or you may have faced problems, but you didn't see them. You just, I don't have time for that. Let me get away. And the obstacles and the road was being clear. No matter what you went through or you were going through, air sign, before you even took a foot to the left or the right, before you got into your journey of facing these conflicts, your battle was already won, honey, because you wear orange here. Yeah, and you wasn't even paying attention, so you just started walking. So you walk, oh, my heart is so broke, but you left that indecision because you made a decision to leave, right? What did you leave behind? The sneaky actions. What is the sneaky actions? The 7 of swords, or the plan of action within the mental. Someone walked away with a plan. Look. They had a plan on their mind. Even though I'm going to face heartbreak, yeah, because you was walking away heartbroken right here. I have a plan of recovery in my mental. And I'm going to be cool, calm, and collective because that is the white and the blue. What is the white? The purification of the blue, or the clarity of the blue. What is the blue? Me being in chill mode. Me relaxing. Me being calm. Me being settled. Me embodying that inner peace. And when you said, I'm going to walk away from the sneaky actions, what was your sneaky actions going to? I was worried at one point in time. I was worried. But when I sat back and I looked back at those sneaky actions, that's when I realized that my sneaky action or those sneaky actions was causing my worry. I don't have time for that. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So out of the mental, because all 3 of these are mental. But at the end of the day, I took action. I took action to stop being what? Stuck, worried, mentally depressed. You see? You do what you gotta do, baby. It's all good over here. It's all good over here. So let's move along, because let's get over here to your spiritual connecting message. Yeah. So what is upon your plate? A balance within your mental. The battle was already won, air signs. Didn't I tell you that? Well, how you know that, Leah? Because the 5th rate of look right here, intellectual knowledge is a card of 6. What is the 6? The balance. So now that you're balancing your mental, because that's what we want you to do, air signs, because when you get all up in your head, you cause too many problems to yourself and others. People who waiting on you and stuff. Anyway, so you have been presented with the opportunity of a new journey. This is a 2. Whether it be a new journey towards someone else, whether it be a new journey of you finding your knowledge, whether it be in a journey towards you going with what you know, whether it be in a journey, whether you going towards who's within your mental of all the time. Who do you think about all the time? Because don't forget, we're doing a love reading. Oh, y'all thought I forgot. And the 6 with the 2 makes the 8 spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, calling for a spirit in a situation, also known as transformations. Transforming the mental towards what? Accepting a new journey. Let's go. And then what has taken place? Air signs, you have transformations, intuition, and patience. The Swan Queen is a 4. What have you grounded? What have you calmed down, settled down? What have you stabilized? Yeah, that's that transformation. What have you embodied? What has gotten into your mental? That's that intuition. What have you followed? You see? What have you buried? What have you laid down, pushed to the side, or ended? That is that patience. In order for the Swan Queen to come up in here and assist in balancing out your journey. Tell me you don't see it. All in your mental. I love it. And then what's along your path? Wise leader. You are a beacon for others. Do you know how many people have their eyes on you? And then this wise leader has a spear that represents logic. And it's a feminine energy. And I'm going to tell you one thing about the feminine energies. Feminine energies are always a person or a position or energy that has room to grow. But why is this wise leader a feminine energy? Because air signs do not know. See, that's the lack of knowledge that causes that injury, but it's not no damage and injury. It's just what you don't know. That you are a leader and all eyes are upon you, honey. But the way is clear because you wear that orange. What is orange? Obstacles being removed and open road to being the leader and standing up in the energy that you are. I'm about to cry over here, y'all. I'm finna get off it. I got to go. So let's pull a card for wise leader. Spirit for air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It came out so fast. Where they once were a wounded warrior, the 9 of staff, they have transformed into wise leaders. And what is under the bottom of the deck? The masculine holders of energy of love. What? Let's go. Transforming. Love is transforming you. Whether it's love of self or love for someone else and getting it in your mental, that your mental controls your actions. Transformations. What is this 5th ray of intellectual knowledge? What is this balance for all air signs? Grounding. What has been grounded? The movement of the king of coins. The movement of a solid king. It's a bug in here. It would be, right? Psychic insight, right? Wing beans, right? Moving and transforming into your power. What is under the bottom of the deck? The Ace of Staff. Y'all don't play with me. Do not play with me up in this thing. Listen. I'm Leah with Enlightened Mystic Essentials. Air signs of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This has been your love, spiritual connections reading. I am so happy for you guys. So until I see you again, anybody who wants to comment, comment. Anybody who needs to email me, you can email me. Talk to me, I talk back. Readings, kits, stones, all that stuff is at my website, enlightenedmystic.org. So until I see you for your energy read, take care. Work it out, figure it out, stay positive, and always welcome positive change into your life.